G'day guys, welcome back to the Toolbox series. Now, like I said at the start, in the last video, this video isn't super necessary. It's just kind of like if you want to show exactly where the screw is going to go and show that that piece is going to end up having a countersunk clearance hole in it. It shows you how to put them in. Now, it's super tricky to do, and I do it a kind of dumb way. I'm sure there's a better way to do it, but I haven't really figured it out yet. We're basically going to be making a pretend screw and putting it in this piece of wood, and then using the solid tools up here to subtract that screw from there, and it kind of leaves you with a countersunk and clearance hole in the timber. That might not make sense the way I've explained it, but you'll get it in a minute. If you don't have your solid tools, you just need to right click up in the toolbar, click solid tools, and you'll get them. Okay, so for starters, we'll drag this piece away. Let's drag it like 500 millimeters away. And we'll zoom back and get it, just so we can work on it a little bit easier. Now, we'll have to use the measuring tape for starters to mark all 7 holes. So we've got 7 by 5 clearance holes. So when you put those 7 marks on, we can see that they're all 10 millimeters away from the edge. We've got those 10 millimeter marks that show they're 10 millimeters away from the edge. So we'll start by putting those in. We don't need to be in the component for this bit. We can be outside the component. So we'll click that midpoint, drag it in, 10 millimeters, enter. We'll grab the midpoint from the bottom. We can just grab it anywhere, I think. 10 millimeters up and 10 millimeters in. So where all the screws are going to go on that line, we need to go 20 millimeters down from the top, 30 millimeters up from the bottom for these ones. So we'll go 20 down and 30 up. Over here, 20 down and 30 up. And then along the bottom, 100 mil in and 300 millimeters for the center. Oops. All right, so we'll go 100 millimeters in here, and then 100 millimeters in over here, and then we got to go 300 millimeters in from the edge. 300 millimeters in there, and then once we've done that, so there are all our spots marked out, we can start drawing that little fake screw I was telling you about. So to do that, we're going to need to turn on X-ray mode so we can kind of see through this, because we're going to be kind of working through it. If I go to View, Face Style, and X-ray, see how that's become kind of see-through, and I can see through it? That's what we want. Okay, now, this might not make sense as I'm explaining it. I remember when I learned, I was super confused about it, but when you see the finished product, you'll kind of get what I'm talking about, all right? So we're going to start with the pencil tool on this mark here. We need to draw along the green axis, so hit the left arrow. Oh, hang on. We're going to be drawing that way along the green axis, and we're just going to go out 1 millimeter, right? And then press escape just to drop the pencil line. So we've come out 1 millimeter from the face. Now what we're going to do is we need to draw a line that goes through this, and the piece of plywood is 12 millimeters, so we're going to go 13, so it sticks a millimeter out the back. Okay, so it's gone through it. If we just make it so it's right on the face on both sides, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I found it works every time if I go a millimeter through on each face. Now, what we're going to be doing is, to make this pretend screw, we're going to be drawing, I guess, imagine like a sectional view of half the screw is what we're going to do. Look, I won't try and explain it. I'll just show you, and you'll get what I mean in a minute. So we're going to go, what are we going to do? It's the hole is 5 millimeters, so we need to go 2.5 millimeters up, like that. And then we'll just go straight across. I'll hold down Shift, and then I'll click on that line there, and then I'll press Escape. Now, that's, I guess you could imagine that as the hole. Now we need to just do the countersunk bit. So I'll draw a line straight up, and I'll go maybe 8 millimeters up. Now, this is not very technical. This is just to make it look like there's a countersunk hole there. We'll go maybe, I don't know, I'll draw a tape measure line, maybe, let's say 4 millimeters in on that line. And then I will grab that point and go up to this line here and just make it so it kind of looks like a screw shape. Like, I guess that kind of looks like a screw head there. I'll drop the line there. Okay, so we can now use the eraser to get rid of that line and that line. And then we've just got this kind of half screw shape, right? And we've got the face there. So what we're going to do is we want to sweep this around and turn it into a 3D screw. So what we need to do is grab the circle tool, and I'm going to click on this point here. I'm going to hit the left arrow, so I'm drawing on the green axis. Click once, click up the top, and that's given us the path that it's going to sweep it around. So now we can grab the follow me tool, click on that, and we can say that we will, oh, hang on, Control Z, I did something wrong there. Click on it once, and then I want to sweep it all the way around to there. So now I've got a little 3D screw. If I turn off X-ray mode, you might be able to see what I mean. There we go. Oh, hang on. That didn't quite work properly. What's happened there? Turn X-ray mode. Oh, maybe I just need to draw a circle to fill it in. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry, there's a problem. I need to delete this face. I'll delete the face of that circle before we spin it. Sorry about that. Now if I grab the follow me tool, click on that, should be able to sweep it all the way around, and there we've got the complete shape. Okay, so there's our little pretend screw. So what we'll do is we'll triple click it, so we've got the whole thing selected, right click, make it a component, and we'll just call it screw. Okay, we'll probably also want to go in here, and we need to have a little tape measure mark we can grab on the center point so we can move it. So the center is there, and that's at 6.4 millimeters. So we'll go 6.4 millimeters. And again, that's not super accurate, but for what we're doing here, it'll be fine. So now we should be able to go, let's see, subtract first solid from second and keep only the result in the model. So what we do is we click that tool, we go subtract this one from this one and keep only the remaining in the model. So see, we've got a little countersunk and clearance hole there. That's what we want. That's where our screw head will rest and the screw will go through there. So now idiot me, I forgot to copy it before we did that. So I'm just going to press Control Z. I'm going to grab this first, press Control C. So I've copied it, Control V. So I've got another one, and I'll just leave that over here. And what we'll do is we'll grab it from that point here, drag it to this line there. And remember, we've got to drag it a millimeter towards us, 1 millimeter that way. So it's sticking out a little bit. We don't want it flush on the face. But we'll go and do that for all of the holes. So Control and move it to that one, and then grab it, move it along the green axis, 1 millimeter. I will Control, move that one, that measuring tape mark, and then grab it along the green axis, 1 millimeter. Same thing over here. And yeah, like, I don't know, you're probably thinking this is pretty dumb, why are you doing this? But I don't know, I think it makes the plans look a bit better. 1 millimeter. And press Control, so I'm making a copy, click and drag it out, 1 millimeter, and 1 to go. So I'll grab that, press Control, drag it up here, click, and click it again, drag it out 1 millimeter. Okay, so all the screws are in. Now I think we can just grab the subtract tool and just do them all at once. So if I click that, then I'll turn it off. Then I'll click that one, click it again, that one, click the button again, that one, click the button again, that one, click the button again. So it's screw first, job second. And then you got all your little holes, right? Pretty groovy. I'll accept that one. Sorry, click, click, click. There's all the little holes. Now you will need to go in here and so double click on that, and you got to repaint them. So I'll get the paint bucket. I think I still got beach on, and just paint the little holes. If you want to be fancy like me, don't need to do it. Obviously, you don't need to do any of this, but if you want to be particular, you know, and make it look like exactly what the piece has got to look like at the end, you put the hard yards in. Okay, so there is that piece done. Do I want to do the other one in this video? I don't know. I guess if you watch this far, you can watch me spend another 5 minutes or another couple of minutes doing the other one, or just skip to the next video. I'll just put these holes, the exact same holes in the other piece. We'll need to flip them around, flip the pieces around. So if you don't know how to do that, maybe keep watching. So what we've got to do is we've got to move this back 500 millimeters. We got it from, like that. Go around here, and we're going to do the same thing. This one we won't move. I reckon we can do it without moving. So So we're 10 millimeters in, 20 millimeters down, 20 millimeters down. So let's go 10 millimeters in. Oh, hang on, sorry. We'll go 10 millimeters in like that, and then 20 millimeters down, 20 millimeters up. Do the same on the other side. Come in from the side, 10, down from the top, 20, up from the top, 20, and they're all the spots. So now I'll press Control V to, oh, sorry, my phone's going off. Control V to just drop our little screw in here, and then I'll grab one of these little notches here and just rotate it around to, sometimes it goes to 90, there we go, 90. Then exact same deal as before. We're gonna grab it on there, put it on the tape measure mark, boom, move it along the green axis this way, 1 millimeter. And press Control, copy, grab that, move it along the green axis, 1 millimeter. Grab it again, Control, move, go to the other side. Let's do one of them just on the face and see what happens. I'd be curious to see what happens. We'll leave that one on the face like that. Press Control, move, and that one, and we'll move this one out 1 millimeter. Okay, so now we go to the solid tools, subtract that one. All right, let's see. Subtract that one from that. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. No, so sometimes it works. I don't know. I found just on random other projects, it hasn't worked if it's flush with the face. But hey, it's working here. Click that. Oh shit. Sorry. That one. Click here. Click there. They're all done. Let's go into the component. Paint the holes. And then we have one pretty flash looking toolbox. Boom, boom. Okay, so that's that video done. Is there anything else we need to do? I don't think we put any screws in that. No, I think that's it. So we'll go edit, delete guides, make sure you save your work. And then in the next video, yeah, I'll show you how to do the plans on layout. Look, from memory, it was a massive stuff around it. But what, like, because you got to set up your own template that you know that you like the look of. So you've got your fancy logo there and everything. But once you've done that, yeah, it's pretty easy to make the plans. It's a bit time consuming, but I don't know if you got like these. I feel like these plans are way better for the kids than some of the old plans that are getting around. So yeah, all right. Hope you enjoyed that tutorial. I'll see you in the next set of videos and we'll get those plans done. All right, hooroo.